creation. The world is fucked and you cannot unfuck it. So just do you and do nothing.
I fucking love
the world is fucked
and you cannot unfuck it.
Mr. Gorbachev. Mr. Gorbachev. Turn up this podcast.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first episode of Season 2. This is the premiere of Season 2, episode 53. I'm excited. Are you excited?
I'm quite excited. Season 2 is going to be a good change for us. It'll be new.
It'll be a good change. I'm sick of a lot of things. That's actually not true at all. I like how we do this.
Yeah,
not much is going to change. It's going to be this. It's going to be pretty well the same.
We're going to try to have good interviews.
Good interviews, better jokes.
Yeah.
More thought out. A new sheen of polish added to the whole thing. It's going to be fantastic.
And Josh and Chris will officially be going on the road for comedy.
You really like announcing that.
Yeah,
We got no material prepared.
I want to just paint us into a corner and be like, sink or swim.
Yeah, that's kind of how you act.
Yeah. Just do it. Just do it.
I want to thank everybody who came out for the Season 1 finale party. That was a fantastic time. You got me way too drunk. So
yeah, that was great. Thank you guys so much.
I had
for
about a
coming out.
13-hour hangover, so thanks. Appreciate it.
I felt fine.
I hate you for that, because I felt like shit. I yacked all morning.
Vodka sodas, Tito's and soda.
I was drinking Jagger and fucking rum and
I do double
tequila.
I do double vodka soda, short, lots of ice.
Because you're gluten-free these days.
I've been trying to be. Yeah, I do have gluten. I still eat it every once in a while, and I feel like shit, and I regret it immediately. But
is it because you're eating too many carbs, or is it because you're eating gluten?
No, gluten specifically. I can eat all sorts of rice and quinoa and shit. Doesn't bother me.
There's no gluten in rice?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, all right. I didn't know that.
Potatoes and stuff doesn't bother me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it's just the gluten.
Just gluten. Yeah,
you're gonna have to change your whole lifestyle.
It makes me really like sore, and I get horrible acid reflux.
I was gonna make a joke about how you're gonna need to start like hiking and shopping at MEC.
I
but
started
you already
running.
do that.
Yeah, I do.
You already do that. So.
I've started running again. I stopped running for a while, and it was pissing me off. I've been running.
Yeah.
I ran a few times this week, and I'm gonna try and get back into running at like 5:30.
This is running for fun.
Yeah, running in the morning. Not running.
Normally you would just run from the ops. You know what I mean?
From the ops, ops.
From the ops, running from the pigs.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. To my police friends that listen.
Do you think that like cops will ever retake the word pig? You know how like
we're the pigs.
You know how like gay people retook queer? Like queer isn't like an insult anymore.
You know
they identify as queer.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Have you heard the F word? I don't know if I can say it, but the F word is coming back.
The one that rhymes with maggot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, but gay people are like saying that again.
Yeah, that's kind of been a thing.
That's been a thing. Like gay, especially old gay guys have been like saying it much more.
Well, I mean, they got called that for 50 years.
So now they're like, this is my word.
This is my word.
It's like the N word.
Which one?
I'm not doing that.
No, it's definitely like that. You reclaim the word, right? You take away the power.
So everyone can say it now?
No. That's not what I mean. We should be able to say it. Straight people came up with that word.
Yeah, but it's our word. I want to start calling people that.
I've been working on a theory, okay?
Okay.
No offense to anybody who's gay if you're listening. Okay?
Oh, God.
I want to say this with the purest of intentions.
You only end up gay if you eat too many Lucky Charms as a child.
There's only two sexualities. There's straight and Irish. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But with, like the kind of barriers and the binaries of sexuality are kind of breaking down in this modern era. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? It's much more of a spectrum than it is like you're gay or you're straight.
Yeah.
Like the way it used to be, right? And I'm kind of thinking, what if we took it back to the way that like the Romans and the Greeks did it? Not so much with the old men and the young men, but with it didn't really matter what you were fucking as long as you were fucking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where instead of straight and gay, you're either a top or a bottom. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
feel like that might be the way things are going.
Yes, I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not sure this is going to be a not common opinion, but I don't know how good it is.
What do you mean?
Because things kind of went that way in ancient Rome, and the downfall, like they found all these writings and journals about like the condition of society afterwards that didn't get popularized because they were atrocious. It was to the point that when they first, I can't remember what they're called, but when they first found them, they seriously thought it was fictional writings about ancient Rome.
Okay.
But then they were like, oh, it's not. They're like documenting certain things that are happening. Just like the progression of society, that it became like just chaos. Like you can do whatever you want. The wealthy became so wealthy that they did anything they wanted. Yeah. And it pushes society into this direction of just like mayhem, right?
Right.
You're kind of seeing it nowadays. Like, I mean, this isn't in line with like homosexuality and like a fluid sexual spectrum, but in regards to what we're deeming acceptable in like the public eye,
okay,
I think things have gotten really perverse.
Okay.
I think they have. I think because you took like acceptance of different ways or different forms of sexuality that weren't just straight people, right? It was like, oh, this is really positive. And then you've seen this push from like really upper echelon fucked up shit where they're like, oh yeah, this fucked up shit we do is also the same. And it's like, no, it's not. That's not the same as gay people. You know?
Oh, you talking about like rich pedophiles and shit?
All this shit going on. They're like, yeah, it's basically like it's all different forms of sexuality. And it's like, no, it's not. That's not the same as being gay. You're fucking crazy, people. Like, that's not the fucking same thing, dude. Don't loop your crazy richness in with the gays, okay? Don't ruin
Just
them.
like standing on the sidelines, like gay people get married now, and it's like, I've been fucking kids for a while.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, there's one rich gay dude who like partakes with us, and it's like, see, the gays. And it's like, no, not the gays. No, don't put them in with you. They don't get you. They're a part of our group now. Fucking.
I don't know. I don't hang around enough pizza shops to know.
Have you heard about the shit that came out about Balenciaga?
Oh, with the like kids, the like teddy bears with BDSM gear on and shit.
Not only that, man, she's being investigated by like French police or something for cannibalism.
Oh, really?
Cannibalism. 2 infants went missing. They were with her, and they're missing, and like it can't. Whatever happened, there's cannibalism suspected. And then her response to it was that she came out holding 2 baby dolls covered in blood.
Okay.
And I was like,
the Balenciaga shit just seems to me like any press is good press.
No.
You know what I mean?
No, I disagree.
Would we have been talking
she's
about
a psycho.
Balenciaga?
That chick is a psycho.
Maybe, but like, would we have been talking about Balenciaga if they didn't do any of this?
Like, people still talk about Balenciaga. It's an upper echelon thing.
Yeah, for sure. But like, once you start putting magazine spreads with like fucked up shit like that, it just gets people talking.
I guess I see what you're saying, but I
know
think
what I mean?
that
where it's like maybe it went too far. But
there's
some guy in the art department was like, you know what, get people fucking talking.
I just don't think it's okay that this like the head stylist is sexualizing children. It's fucked.
Yeah, it's not good.
Fucked. It's not okay. Like, and especially on the tail end of like Jeffrey Epstein happened, and no one ever got arrested. No one's careers were affected. Nothing.
No, nothing at all.
And it's like, you fucking kidding me? Like,
thank God, because that one trip. Never mind.
Jesus Christ. No, but it's fucked.
We got invited once. I'll air it out. We got invited one time. We went. It was a bad vibe. We left in like 5 minutes.
Swam back.
We showed up. I had my trunks on, my swim trunks. I was thinking we were just gonna drink on the beach and shit. No,
Jeff was naked.
And my lawyer has advised me not to speak on this anymore.
No, it's actually fucked though. Like I think that you have the idea of sexualizing children with this like Balenciaga thing. They're normalizing it in media, which is fucked.
Who's they?
Who's
they?
Like they upper echelon people, the people who are controlling media and controlling this shit.
You think there's a shadow group of people that control the media?
I don't think. You trust Rupert Murdoch?
I'm just saying.
You trust that motherfucker?
No, I don't.
That dude fucks kids for sure. There's no way. That dude's creepier than fuck. Like, no.
This is the weird thing to me where it's like you're incredibly wealthy, you can get away with any crime you want in the world. Why is fucking kids the one you pick?
Because it is the ultimate worst thing you can do.
I guess.
It's literally the worst thing you can do is rape and murder children.
So is it
right?
Even,
so to them, it's just a power thing. Like, I can do anything I want. That's honestly what I think it is. That they just do anything they want at all.
Do you think it's like a flaw with these people's character, or do you think it's a flaw with becoming that wealthy and powerful?
I think it's becoming that wealthy.
Do you think like if we got that wealthy and powerful, we'd be tempted?
No.
No, because we're different?
No. Yeah, I actually do.
Yeah?
We're too principled about that. Like,
I think we're too principled to become that wealthy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, we would...
I think to get that wealthy,
you have to do fucked up shit to be willing to get that wealthy. I think we would start on this path, and then they'd be like, "Do this," and we'd be like, "No, that's fucked."
And then we'd end up shot in the back of the head.
Yeah,
suddenly
die. Yeah, if we die after this episode airs, then I was right.
Clipped.
Yeah, then I was right. These creepy
it's funny.
bastards.
This conversation's the exact same conversation I had when I was 14 with my friends, like smoking weed for the first time.
Yeah.
Like, dude, the Illuminati symbol is on the dollar bill.
Yo, it fucking, like, sorry, my back's all itchy, but
dude,
no, it's actually fucked that, like, there's got to be some group controlling this shit.
Probably.
I think there is, man. They joke about it. They joke about it in media. It's a joke.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's more of a joke like, haha, you can't do anything about it, not a joke of like, haha, this is a ridiculous theory. They're just like, haha, you can't touch me.
I remember when I was like 14, I found like a video some guy put up on YouTube about the Illuminati in the music industry. And I thought I was like breaking the case wide open because I found this YouTube video. I was like telling my parents and shit. I was like, look at this. It was a picture of like Jay-Z doing the like triangle over the eye. And I was like, you gotta be fucking... They're in here.
Here it is, man. He is. Have you ever listened to the song "Devils"? Devils with the apostrophe. Yeah. It's like Illuminati want my mind, body, and soul. Like, he's rapping about it, man.
Mom, you gotta listen to Hobson. He's telling the truth. You gotta listen to Immortal Techniques.
Yo, Immortal Techniques fucked, dude. They're fucked.
I saw a thing the other week that was like Immortal Techniques is the official soundtrack of Okay, I'm Leaving This Party.
Yeah. Yeah.
You remember when like one guy would toss on Immortal Technique? And
fucking like, Devil in a Red Dress or whatever it was called?
Yeah. Fuck. What was it called? The one he released like 3 days after 9/11.
And it's fucked. Like,
and it like the...
Man, or you want to know what's something that's weird?
Like, all right, I'm going to go. It's going to be one.
Do you remember Cannibal Corpse?
Yeah.
Cannibal Corpse is like big in rich people world.
Are they really? I've seen them live. They're very good.
Yeah, they're also fucked, dude.
Yeah, it's like almost jokey death metal though.
No, dude, they're fucked up. They're too big in like rich society for it to be a joke. They're like, ha ha ha. Yeah, like the one song that fucking Volko, whatever the fuck her name is, the head stylist for Balenciaga. She went into a church playing this fucking, I can't remember the name of the song because I don't listen to Cannibal Corpse.
I Come Blood?
No, it's like talking about having a virgin spread out on the bed and like...
Oh, yeah.
And then pulling her burst bowel through her vagina. And like, it's fucked, man.
It's tongue-in-cheek, Chris.
It's fucked.
You can't take it literally. Dude. Come on.
Yeah, but they take it literally. They're crazy people, man.
That's not Cannibal Corpse's fault.
I just fucking... It's pretty fucked up. How'd you write it? You have to sit down and do a lot of thought about something to write it. And then you're playing it all the time? There's someone into it. They gotta be. If you don't think
I can't believe you're putting Cannibal Corpse on trial. They were in Ace Ventura: Pet Detective.
Man, a lot of rich people were a part of that. Jim Carrey's crazy. I actually like Jim Carrey a lot. I feel like he's a genuine person, like a very genuine guy. Did you see the painting he did
of Mussolini?
No.
So like Mussolini, the dictator of Italy.
Yeah.
Famously, when he died, he got hung upside down and shot.
Really?
That's how the Italians got rid of Mussolini. Is they hung him up with his mistress in a square, upside down, and shot him and like killed him. And they're like beaten to fuck or whatever. But Mussolini's granddaughter just got elected to Italy's like parliament or whatever.
Fucking kidding me?
I know. On the same like platform that Mussolini had.
Oh, holy
like straight
shit.
up a fascist, got elected. So Jim Carrey did a painting of Mussolini and his mistress hung upside down, beaten and shot and dead, whatever, and posted it as like a reply to the announcement that she got elected. And she just responded to him, "You are bastard."
You are bastard?
You are bastard.
Man, you're fucking whatever. Your grandpa was a fucking psychopath.
Yeah, the leader of Italy in the Second World War. Why are you running for politics?
Yeah, dude, guess what? Your family's never allowed to run for politics again.
If Hitler had a grandkid, I don't think he'd be running in Germany.
No, dude, he'd be like, yeah, guess what I can't do?
Yeah, I guess I'm going to live on an island somewhere, like, far away where no one can find me.
Yeah, and just be fucking away.
Yeah, man.
That's fucked.
It's fucked.
It's actually fucked. I learned something really cool.
What's that?
The universe has no color.
Okay.
Do you know this?
Well, it would make sense. Like if you were to like zoom way out on the universe, is that what you're saying?
No, the universe, all the color we see does not exist.
Well, it's light, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
What is it?
Color is not actually a part of the universe. So what you see when you're seeing color is electromagnetic waves at different frequencies. Yeah.
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 And then light's reaction with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then there's like, it goes all the way from like microwaves to like ultraviolet and infrared and X-rays.
But like even these different colors, they each have their own frequency, and that's why.
Yeah, and then your eye is trained to pick that
up as a color to make it conceivable, right? Like your brain makes all the color in the universe.
If you think about it, babe, I wasn't watching porn. It was just electromagnetic waves coming out of my computer that hit my eyeball. It's not actual images, babe. And when you think about it, sound is kind of the same thing. So I was watching this video, but I wasn't watching the video.
And I wasn't really listening.
And I wasn't exactly jerking off.
I was just moving around.
There's a video out there, it's really good. It's this kid who gets caught watching porn or whatever. Because he was like a kid that was streaming and he accidentally left his stream on like after the stream ended.
Yeah.
And he's like 13, but you can't see him. It's just the sound. And it's like, obviously this kid's watching porn. And his mom walks in the room and she's like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "It's a virus." And she's like, "Then why are your pants off?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "I got so scared that they fell off." And he's like, "Mom, I'm not lying." And she's like, "Turn that off." And he's like, "I jumped because of the virus and my pants fell off."
Oh, man. Just committed to it.
So committed. Thank God my parents never caught me.
I know.
Because holy shit, I couldn't look my parents in the eyes for like years if that happened.
Oh, no.
There's not a chance. That's all my dignity just fucking laid
out the window.
I just laid my soul there. I don't know what I look like, and I don't want to know what I look like.
It's disgusting.
It's primal.
Yeah.
It's like I'm hunched over. I'm like, nah. Like when you're like being all hot for your girlfriend or whatever.
Not the same.
And you're like laid all back. Shoulders are relaxed, you're like slow, you know what I mean? That's not how it goes. Your shoulders are like caved in, you're like breathing out of your mouth. It's not all slow and long, it's short. You look like if someone were to come in and see you from behind, you look like a cave being, like in the corner, like
Yeah.
Look like Gollum.
Get out. Trying to beat my meat here.
Don't look at me, I'm hideous. Oh, fuck.
It's actually fucked.
I saw a news story. You might like this. Yeah, actually, I think you're really going to like this. Man killed by police in California.
What?
A man was killed
What
in
happened?
California by police because they feared for their life, okay? That's the headline. And then
The police feared for their
The
life?
police feared for their life. He was a suspect in a stabbing, right? And he fit a description, and they feared for their life, and they shot him, okay?
Okay.
Just wait. He's a double amputee, and they said they feared for their life when he was running away. He has no legs.
What? What?
He was wheeling himself away from them.
And they feared for their life.
And they feared for their life, and they shot him to death.
He's a fucking wheelchair
He's in a
person.
wheelchair.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you fear for your life from this guy?
Yeah, that guy's life is not great, man. Like,
And you know how he lost his legs?
how?
An incident with the police 3 years ago.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah. They fucking shot him in the legs, and they had
So they just went back to finish him off.
Finish the job.
Holy
It was
fuck,
probably
man.
the same cops like cruising around like, I fucking know that guy.
Remember we shot him in the legs?
I thought that would have been it. No.
No.
Finished the job. But I guess he was wheeling away, and then they shot him, and he like lost his legs from like the knees down, I think. Because then he got out of the chair and started trying to run on his knee stumps. And they shot him. That is the least threatening image of a man I can ever think
Yeah,
of.
like I feel bad for that guy. Honestly, that's terrible.
Yeah, how the fuck
Honestly,
are you scared for your life for a guy running on his knees?
Honestly,
that's like
if-
being scared of a kid.
if you're scared of shit like that, you shouldn't be a cop.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
don't be a cop, because
Like-
there's way scarier shit out there, and you'll have to deal with it eventually.
That's what I'm saying. Like, sure, it's not a pleasant image
Yeah, that's
to look at, but damn, that's not scary at all.
no, that's fucking retarded.
And like the balls of the cop when they're like, "Why the fuck did you shoot him?" Because I was
I
scared.
was scared.
I was like, there was three
There's
of
a
you.
wheelchair man dead on the ground, and you're
First of all, you always are with another cop. Like it's a 2-on-1 to start.
yeah. Did he have a weapon or anything?
I don't think so.
He's just running.
They never mentioned a gun, and like. If he had any other weapon than a gun, it doesn't matter. He's still in a chair.
Yeah, dude, what's he gonna do?
What's
Just
he gonna-
fucking
and he
go
was
up some
running away.
steps. Go stand on someone's porch. What's he gonna fucking do?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Like, I'm sorry, but fucking think about that. Like, oh my god, he's chasing us with a knife. Go walk up on someone's porch.
Or just go off road.
Yeah. Fucking
Stand-
walk over. Like, get him to go on the road and then walk up the curb. What's gonna happen? The fuck is that guy gonna do?
Jesus Christ. Walk up the steps.
Yeah, walk up a couple steps, man. And just point a gun at him and be like, stop. Then
has
you
to
can
stop.
shoot him. Yeah.
If he's trying to muscle the chair up the
Yeah.
steps, then fine.
Fine, shoot him, yeah. But not, you can't just fucking, if he's rolling down the sidewalk, you can't fucking pop off on him because, oh my god, look at how fast he's rolling. Like, the fuck is wrong with police sometimes, man?
All right. Well, anyway, speaking of the Illuminati and how tied they are in the music industry, we got a great interview for you.
Yeah, speaking of the Illuminati.
Speaking of the Illuminati and people who are definitely a part of it, we have an interview with Junko Daydream, two of the members.
Yeah.
It's going to be super fun. It's super funny. They're great guys.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's a great interview. It was wonderful to meet them.
It was wonderful. You can look at me and Chris smile from ear to ear the whole time while they're talking because we fangirled a little bit, but that's fine.
Yeah.
It seemed like they had a fun time.
Really
I
nice
hope they
guys.
did.
Yeah,
Really nice
They
guys.
seemed like they had a good time. I'm glad they came out. And
Yeah, check out their music. They got tons of shit going on. I'm sure they
Yeah.
talk at the end where to find them and things.
yeah.
Yeah, so we're just going to hop right into that interview, and thank you so much.
Meow.
Hello, we are the Reasonable Doubt Podcast. We are here with Jack and Scott from Junko Daydream.
Yeah.
How you doing, guys?
Pretty good, man. We're pretty good. How are you guys?
Not too bad. Good to have you here. Good to have you here.
Thanks for having us over.
Of course.
Came in, had a beer within 20 seconds. It's the right kind of household. That's the service.
It calms the nerves, man.
Yes.
We so I guess for an introduction, where'd you guys start? Where'd you guys come from? I mean, I will say, I guess I'll just I've seen you guys a bunch of times, and like I saw you years ago. I used to go to Radio Caroline shows and shit, and like
Yeah,
so,
that was a while back. Like,
yeah.
Fuck. Yeah. Yeah, good. That's crazy. You're caught up on my whole career then. You've seen that. If you've seen the Radio Caroline days, you've caught pretty much everything that I've done. So.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, where'd you guys start? Like, what happened?
Well, Radio Caroline broke up.
Yeah.
In like 2017 or 2018, I don't remember. But anyway, I didn't really want to stop playing, so I went on Kijiji, looking to see if anyone was like had any listings for bands. And there was only one listing that was looking for a guitarist. And then I emailed the guy who ended up like being Jack. And, and he was like, yeah, I'm looking at starting, like, what was it? Like an
Indie pop, like dream
Yeah.
pop.
Yeah,
like
Oh, for real?
really nice. I was playing bass and singing with like my nephew at the time, who's an older dude. Like,
Yeah.
and
indie dream pop stuff. And he's like, yeah, like, cool, just like learn these songs. And then like come and we'll jam and we'll audition you out. And then I went over. I didn't learn any of the songs. And then
this was the biggest power move.
yeah, and then
We
we
just
just
fucking powering through.
yeah, and then we just started jamming, and it was, I feel like, almost immediate. It just was way heavier, I think, than what Jack had or myself had anticipated, like responding to the ad. And then we just sort of rolled with it, and then just gradually got heavier and heavier from there.
Nice.
And now we're sort of dialing back the heaviness now.
So that wasn't at all the intention.
No.
I think that's a lot of the time the way it works, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we were, I don't know, like I was playing piano and bass with my nephew at the time, and it was just like really nice music. But yeah, you get into those jams and you get the energy in, and if we both kind of had the same kind of taste in like heavy music, so it just like creeped up,
Just escalates,
crescendoed up there.
Yeah, and then like, I mean, we've been playing together ever since. We've rotated out the rest of the band since then.
So you guys are like the core.
Yeah,
I mean,
And then
yeah,
it like
like
revolves.
our
rotates
current
between-
bassist Alex.
Humbly,
Yeah.
yes. Oh yeah, Alex is...
He is. We consider him just as much Junko Daydream as us. At this
Okay.
point, if any of us goes, it's just done.
Yeah.
But
It's really sad that he's not here today too.
yeah, he wants to like FaceTime in and like call it the show from the resort that he's at with his parents in Jamaica.
Oh, fuck yeah.
He's in Jamaica, like you don't know what fucking state he's in, you know?
Yeah, he could be like completely incoherent. He probably is completely incoherent at this point in time. But,
Oh,
like,
yeah. Dude, when you go to a resort like that, you absolutely have to as well.
Yeah,
100%.
it's free. You already paid for the booze, so like.
I've been getting the play-by-plays on every single person he meets. Just like, this guy thinks I like him a lot. No way, man. He's an asshole, you know? I'm just here because he's friends with this person, and I'm like, bro.
He texted me like last night and was like, yo, I was eating my jerk chicken and some bitch interrupted it 'cause she did the full 7-minute rendition of Gangster's Paradise. I was like, dude, I know that you think you just met your wife, but don't jump the gun too fast right now. He's like,
Mom,
"No,
Dad,
no,
I
no."
found her.
Yeah, and his mom and dad are right there too. So I was like, Mom, Dad,
Just gotta take them back to the shared room.
So, one of those,
be
like,
cool,
changing
guys.
dividers, like put it up in between, like calm down, guys.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
could be it.
You guys saying you're dialing it back. I've listened to the single.
Yeah.
So you're doing this, like you had King Cruff on. I'd never
Yeah.
heard of him, but you have him featured on the songs,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
like that's new for you guys.
Yeah,
It
no.
is. He's fucking great. We like, I guess he went to school with Alex, right? That's how Alex knew him.
I know he went to school, Alex went to school with this guy from the Bahamas, and he's friends with Cruff, and they were just playing Smash Bros all the time. Like it was like Smash Bros and Mario Kart. I wish Alex was here to say it, but yeah, they would just play that. That's how he knew him, and then we would just hang out with Cruff a bit, and Cruff heard that song Emptied Out before any of the words were down, and he was like, yo, I'd be super down to
To
fucking
do a
put something
verse.
on this. Yeah, and we were like, fuck yeah.
And it was sort of like a quid pro quo a little bit because he wanted a band for his like live show they did at Rum Runners last year.
Right.
And Alex and I like arranged his music for that. And then we played it with him. It was way heavier than any set that he's ever done since. In my opinion, it was probably the best. But like we did that, and then he rode up with us to Belleville to record a verse for the song, and he did it in like one take.
Holy shit, for real?
He did like 2 vocal takes, right? The first one, which was his main, and then he did the double, and that was it. He didn't even need to do it twice.
And the guy we were working with, like, he was a little skeptical, but when he heard it, he's like, oh, man, oh, shit. He hits us up later, yo, we need another Cruff verse on this. Like, we need the extended Cruff take. So.
The extended Cruff take.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good single, honestly. Like, how many have you guys put out now? Like, total songs?
We put out, 3 singles and 2 full EPs.
Yeah.
So I think, 11 songs. We got 11 songs out. We're sitting on another 2.
11 songs? You gotta remortgage the house.
We're sitting on another 2 songs that are done that we just are sort of waiting to put out.
Yeah.
And then we've got the version of Emptied Out without Pref as well.
Right.
So we got to figure out what we want to do with that. But yeah, we got some extra material, and then we're writing a bunch, and we're going to record some more this year.
Sick. Like, any, touring plans? Because you guys have toured before, right?
Yeah.
Smaller ones?
Yeah, I mean, we played...
No, you guys toured out east, though, did you?
Yeah,
we did. We went really hard our first year as a band.
Yeah.
You know the OG dudes, then you...
Yeah, that was a big tour. I remember, Jeff, you guys left for, 3 weeks?
We almost died 500 times.
It was the closest in our lives that any of us had ever come to dying, because we were just on the highway. We had just played in St. John, was it?
Mm-hmm.
And then myself, my friend Steven, and then Jeff were all in the back seat. We had driven the whole night before from Quebec City.
Oh, fuck.
And so we just passed out right after the show, and then we were driving to the next place we had to be. And we woke up, and when we left St. John, it was raining. And when we woke up a couple hours later, it's like a whiteout blizzard.
Yeah.
On the middle of this pitch black highway, somewhere on the East Coast.
In the worst province for snow.
Yeah, worst province for snow. And the guy that was driving was going 120, 130. And it was not a great driver to begin with.
He was just thinking about going home.
Yeah, we were just thinking, fuck, we could die right now. And we started, making wills with each other in the back seat. And we were, texting Jack, hey, man, can you, get him to pull off? We'll take over from here. It's fine.
But I was being real nice. I was like, hey, man, slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
This guy's just your life's in his hands.
Well,
You're what the fuck?
Don't want to anger him either. You get a little fucking wobble, you start fishtailing.
The issue with the whole thing was that things were a little bit tense with that guy that was driving at that point. So we didn't want to upset him or being hey man, you're putting us in danger. I'll show you danger.
Turning around to talk to you guys.
But man, yeah. We pulled over on some gas station or something. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And it was the coldest I've ever fucking been. And you too. You were in the front seat with no blanket, just sitting upright trying to sleep.
Did you have no heat? No heat in the car?
No, we would run it for a bit and then you turn it off because you're how the fuck do I get home? We only made $50 last show. Of course we do our most ambitious touring early on before we have any way to make money or
we just released our first fucking EP and then we decided to just run it into the ground. And I mean it went a long way for building our audience, but we weren't working with a big surplus back then. So
I bought it. It's the only thing I've ever bought on Apple Music. Was your guys' album.
You might be the only person on Apple Music. We've never checked those stats. We were you know what? Apple Music, we're popping off on there.
I don't even know how to check those stats.
Yeah.
Apple is the same thing for us with the podcast. I never check it. It's all Spotify. Well,
Spotify's
everything.
The one thing I like about
what?
The one thing I like about Apple Music that I don't, as someone that's never had Apple Music or used Apple Music, is that it lets us set the price per song, and we've for our entire career we've set the price on Apple Music as 69 cents.
Of course,
the funny number.
Yeah, just a funny number.
It's the sex one.
Yeah. Let's just see that because we weren't really planning on selling anything anyway. You probably blew our yearly projections for that out of the water.
When we get that check in the mail for $1.25, I'll be thanking you. Right? I appreciate it.
After they take their cut.
Yeah. Oh man.
We're still playing some shows, but maybe not quite as much as we did the first year. Because if you do it like that, you're not gonna have time to write. And then
Right.
you're focusing on quantity of shows at like doing that. And
Will
not
you do
necessarily
another
the
tour
quality of
though?
show.
Another
Oh
big
yeah,
one?
we're like talking about it right now. We're trying to set some stuff up. Can't talk about it too much, but like,
Of course.
yeah, just making lists of bands we want to play with and stuff. People that are cool around here and extended areas and stuff. But yeah, like at this point, we want them to at least maybe break even. Something like that. Not pay to tour. So
Yeah.
we're trying to do the right avenues to do
And like
that.
to be fair, like the last couple years, we haven't lost any money on the band. Like we've broken even. We've covered all of our gas and like all of our merch expenses and everything
Yeah.
through the money that we've made as a band. So like
That's pretty good.
That's sick.
it's as successful as you can hope to be unless you get lucky. So
Yeah,
I
mean, like getting in it for the money, like any sort of art form, is kind of lame.
yeah, you're gonna have
anyways,
a really
right?
bad
Yeah.
time. You're gonna have
Yeah.
a really bad time if that's your goal. But
Yeah, we're not making money.
I was in a program and it was like a 3-month program. They give you a grant at the end. It didn't turn out great, but I told them about my music career and just told them, how much I'm putting in, how much I'm getting back. They're like, no, you really shouldn't do this. Like, don't. That's not sustainable. Like, that's not a bit. I'm like, okay, man.
I don't know how people do it solo.
It's not great.
Yeah.
you need to have a band to split the costs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
that's
you can-
true. It must make it a lot easier for you guys.
Yeah.
So you can lose money between 4 people instead of
Mhm.
losing it as one person. Because like when I say like we're breaking even for like playing shows. We're not breaking even for recording. We're still paying for that.
Yeah.
Right, of
Yeah.
course.
So,
That's how
like-
it always works.
Yeah. So like it's still
You're covering like tour costs and stuff.
yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. But and like we've played a lot of shows pretty much every year since we've started, and it hasn't been as much as we did the first year because we did like 50 shows or something stupid like that in like the first like 8 months that we were a band.
Oh shit.
So now we're doing like now we're playing like 4 or 5 times a month a lot of the time when it's like prime show season and not
Yeah.
like Snowmageddon.
Yeah, of
Are you
course.
playing more local stuff right now, or what? What's the deal?
I mean, we did end up playing in London a lot more this year than we ever have.
It's hard for London. We love to save it for like the big opportunities because we have the biggest market. So it's
Right.
like
Yeah.
it's just that kind of thing. Like those big opportunities don't come as often as we'd like. So like the
Especially,
last couple
like-
of years we played the Holy Diver. Which
Oh, you guys
Okay,
played
yeah.
the diver?
Like,
the
the-
diver, and that's where we learned that there are certain stages that may actually be too small.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fucking
It's like
tiny.
playing in this closet.
It's like a shotgun
Yeah,
bar.
it's small. It's like perfect for comics.
And we played it right after the Protest the Hero show.
Yeah.
So we were like, this is hilarious. Like biggest venue like in London besides Budweiser, and then we just go to like the smallest little.
And that was an intentional move. We wanted to book.
we
Yeah.
thought we
Like,
just
we
made
were-
us laugh.
We were because we were doing the shows, a bunch of shows with a band called Napoleon
Okay.
that we play with a lot from Toronto. And he was like, let's just play like some like tiny bars and like just tear it down.
Yeah.
And we were like, okay, like, what do you mean by tiny? He's like, just fucking tiny, man. Okay,
Like 30 people tiny?
yeah, like say no more, fam. Like, for sure.
He sent the first draft of the poster. It said, "Destroying a tiny shithole venue near you." And
Yeah.
like some of those venues, you don't call them that.
Yeah.
So we get a message
So
back.
what are you doing to our bar?
Yeah. Shitholes, yeah.
Yeah, but like we saw you guys play at Palisade.
Palisade
Oh,
yeah,
Park,
yeah.
That's where we talked to you and like.
Yeah, yeah.
And that was fucking awesome there.
Well, yeah, that one.
That's a
we
big
just sort of-
venue though.
That was
It's a big
interesting,
venue. It was
yeah.
really nice. They treated us really well there. But like the reason we played that show is because we wanted to play, like, we were friends with like pretty much everyone that was on that bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex and I work with Brent, like the front man for Gold Tongue,
Yeah.
and then I used to play with Craig from Pro Wrestling and like
Yeah.
Radio Carolina,
yeah, like in Radio Caroline. And
Yeah.
then,
Yeah.
and I mean everyone sort of knew everyone, and that's why we wanted to take it, especially because we had to like cancel our previous show that was supposed to be in November.
Oh, okay.
So we wanted to like make that up. It was a really good time.
What's the goal then? Are you guys trying to do like one show a month or?
Right now, yeah, like for local, maybe we're probably gonna drop it down, maybe like once every 2 or 3 months,
Okay.
and then try to extend out again. Just get in as many people's ears as we can, and
Just
like
yeah.
different environments. They help. I feel like too much of the same stuff. I don't want to. I want to come back and have something else we give to like London. Like I don't want
like
to just be the
like
same
more material.
shit.
you mean?
More material, more energy, different things. Go learn it somewhere else. Bring it back hometown. Give them the best show.
Yeah.
And just like make it make it special too. Like
Yeah.
when we play London, we want them to be important shows, right? That's why
Yeah.
like, I mean, we've only played like this year we played at Music Hall supporting Protest the Hero. We
Yeah.
played at Rum Runners for Venue X Venue, which is I guess a festival that's coming next year.
Okay.
And then we did that show with at Palisade with Gold Tongue, and that was really it. Other than that tiny show we did at Diver.
Yeah.
But like we just want the shows to be meaningful. So like when we are telling people like, hey, come out and watch this, like it's
It's your
like
best
a
shit,
really
right.
really good show.
Yeah.
And, like
How-
really good roster, like front to back, that sort of deal.
How did you guys land the Dead Tired gig?
Dead Tired?
I think we got reached out to you by.
I think like yeah, I mean like we
Because
just,
that was a big show. There was a fucking lot of people.
It was a lot. Yeah, that
Yeah.
felt great too, and it felt like that show. I remember the crowd was on our side. Actually, one of my best memories, high fiving this dude. I remember talking to Alex, our bassist, going, "Man, I high fived this dude in Dead Tire. It was one of the best views." He's like, "That was me, homie." Before he joined the band, so he's like, "I was there right in the front row, yo, yeah." I touched like one guy's hand that show too. So,
it was a good show.
it was great.
We just like reached out to Edie asking if he had anything going on, and
Yeah.
it's like I got this one, and then we're like, please, and then yeah, it was a great show.
I'd love to play with them again.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
awesome. To play
Him
with.
breaking all those mic stands is the fucking best. You know? Like he just
That was at
Over and
Rum
over.
Runners, right?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
that was
favorite
sick.
thing about Rum Runners is that just fucking pole in the middle of the pit that someone hits every single time.
And that's the hallmark of a good venue is the pole that completely.
I say, you know, there's hardcore music.
Yeah.
like it's like right in the middle of everything. It's in like most major venues in like every major city.
Yeah.
It's like there's always that pole. It's the one constant.
We're going to that hardcore show at Poachers tonight.
Is
Feel
it
free to come by.
Tonight? Yeah.
Yeah, it's tonight.
What is
Because,
it?
It's like Jock.
Oh, Jop's the best. Yeah,
Yeah,
our buddy Drew plays
Myland.
in that.
Yeah.
I played D&D with the guy that writes on that band.
Andrew?
Yeah, Andrew.
Yeah, he does stuff with my buddy Ben for like their Midwest Mouth.
For Midwest, is that a band?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's another
sorry.
band he's in, but they do like Midwest
I'm a
emo.
fucking hermit.
But yeah, I just want to see what it's like down there because it's like Poacher's fucking Arms. It's like full of glass. Like,
Yeah,
it's a basement. And
We had one there, and I had to cancel it because I was sick there with like a throat thing, couldn't sing.
oh yeah,
And yeah, we're hoping to get back in. Oh, I love that. I used to play that with my like indie band.
oh
And it
yeah.
was just, I just love that now. It's like they clear out all the tables and they're like, there's a fucking pit going on. Heard it's just high school kids beating each other up, which is the best kind of hardcore. So,
That is the best hardcore.
What did you do before Junko?
I was very timid. Like I just played bass and like that was like my main instrument. So I played bass in a band called Tang Tang, which turned into a band called Bearded Brains. Nothing of note really,
Okay.
but just put together like a live show. I would always by the end it would ramp up and I'd be like doing the Junko set basically.
Yeah.
People would be like, man, why don't you like give this guy more stuff to sing? And I was like, man, maybe I'm not like a 100% piece of shit. Like I should attempt to play some music. So
Man, I love it. Honestly, like you're quite good on stage. You know, I will say
Appreciate
you guys have like a really good stage presence.
It's
I
honestly-
I listen to music, but I like seeing you guys live. It's a good show.
yeah, I think we all like each other, and that is not common in bands. So we can actually smile at each other, and we don't have to like fake it with 100%.
Yeah.
we like each other. We like going hard. Like our goal from day one was to be like how close to what Dillinger's Escape Plan did.
Yeah.
Can we go?
I'm
While
thinking about
still
running.
accurately playing our music, and that's the key. Is like how hard can we go while still being able to play our instruments?
Yeah.
Right.
It turns out, yeah, you can go.
You can go pretty hard.
Because like that last show, I didn't meet you guys because I left. I fucking vomited for 2 minutes fucking straight outside right after the show.
No
I
way.
hit the door with my vomit walking out because I couldn't hold it. And,
Oh no.
and yeah, I mean, man, you can push it. You can push it.
Yeah.
It's throwing me a little bit because like watching you on stage and now like talking to you, you're like
You guys
Much
are
more reserved and soft spoken than I was imagining.
you guys are very like nice and calm.
I think that's how it goes.
It always seems to be the musicians that are in heavy bands that are like the most quiet. Like,
Oh, yeah.
people that I've found.
There's that meme. It's like Peter Parker with the glasses. It's like if the guitarist in the band looks like this, you're gonna die in the pit.
He looks like a math major. Like you're gonna get fucking killed.
I get off stage all the time. People don't recognize me. Like they'll be like, "Dude, that was really cool up there. You see that show?" And I was like, "Yeah, that was me,
I was
homie."
that show.
Yeah. I just think like I look like a fucking demon on stage. just bursting. I don't know, man.
That's so. Are you guys gonna do another EP? Like you've put out a couple singles.
Album next.
Yeah, album next.
Album
You're
next.
gonna do a full album.
Like a 10 song
Like
album.
once we release the songs that we're sitting on right now.
Yeah.
The next step after that is a full album because we haven't done that before, and that would be nice. Like even if we don't accomplish anything else, to be able to look back and be like, you know what?
I mean, yeah, the stuff's forever, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Just
that's the cool part is you can always look back on the stuff you've made and it's there forever. It's not going anywhere in the like digital age, right?
Yeah.
And we've had enough to practice writing songs together now.
Yeah.
So like we're just gonna put out like just a fire full length. Like that's just it has to be.
We would just want the list for the album just says all bangers and that's it.
All bangers.
All bangers. 100% bangers.
To say that you guys haven't done an album yet, you've gained a lot of traction on just EPs. Like a lot of people know you. If I say Junko Daydream, like anyone who's in the scene listens to the music, most people know.
Appreciate it, man.
Oh, that's good. That's
succeeding
to some degree. That's great.
I need to meet these people. Come to our show.
I remember after we played with Protest at the music hall, I was working the next day doing the drive-through at the restaurant I work at, and there was like two different cars. We were like, did you play a show last night downtown? Are you from Junko? And I was like, yeah, that's cool. It's crazy how much exposure you can get off of like one big show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome.
For real.
And that's why
Like
we can't play all the time in London, because it's like if we want these, we gotta appease people that are giving it out, and they want to make sure you got all the people there. If you're playing, I don't know. I don't think it's real, but if you play, they say if you play 2 times a month, you're using up all your draw, your whatever. I think you can build it at the same time if you play good shows, right?
Yeah.
So there's just kind of unwritten rules, but
What's it take for you guys to go to the States?
A lot of money is what it would take.
Is it a lot of money?
It's
Because
really,
it's cheaper to travel and tour in the States, but getting into the States, right?
go to a musician's guild, pay like $1,000 to apply to your visa. Minimum, yeah. And then you have to get a place that signs off. Either you have to have a show every day for a couple times a week, or you have to get someone to basically sign off this fake thing that goes like, they're doing residence at my bar. You meet a bar guy in the States. And
if you go 30 days without playing a show, your visa gets
to redo it again.
Oh, fuck.
What?
Yeah, and it's really expensive. It's we want to go there. That's like an end goal for us. We just have to have, and like in order to get the visa, I'm pretty sure you have to have all of your shows lined up before you even apply for it. So we need to have a lot of shows set up beforehand.
Yeah.
To make
And
it
how
worth
long is
it
the
to go
visa
there.
process, though?
Yeah,
6
it's a while.
months.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So you got to book like a full tour a year in advance and then do your visa process.
Pretty much.
So
yeah.
people we've talked
With
to that have done
signed contracts for everything.
People that we've talked to that have done it successfully are like, the whole thing is just like a big scam. Like when you're applying, you're scamming them. You're like, oh, it's my buddy like signing saying I'm there every 30 days. Oh, I gotta go take a break and go work my actual job or do something, work with family. You're getting some bar to just say you're playing over there or whatever the hell, you know? Like you gotta just keep it up.
Wow,
So,
holy shit.
but
Yeah, it's got to be hard to like book a lot of shows in advance on a maybe.
And
That way,
then like
you know what I mean?
yeah, because you could apply and then not get it.
Yeah.
And then you got to have like contracts for every show that you're supposed to play, and like there's a lot to it, and I think that's like part of why we haven't done it yet. But like we do want to get there. We just have to have the shows to make it worthwhile doing it.
they can just walk into the States too. They just into Canada from the States. It's easy.
Yeah,
the
you
other
can
way
Oh, for
around.
real?
You can just pop
Yeah.
over the border, like coming from
Play
the
in
States.
Canada.
Just fucking
Just
gonna pop over there.
play a couple shows and then head back. It's fine.
What's like if you were to go over there?
Yeah.
You just go over with all your band equipment. Are they going to stop you at the border? Really?
Well, if they
Yeah.
do, you're banned for
Yeah.
like a while.
At least 5 years.
But what
yeah.
people do, they go over without their stuff. They go, oh, I'll go see a show. And then they go on their tour and they get gear over there. They rent it or they borrow it off the bands. Like they backline them and stuff.
But then
Oh,
you're
okay.
risking getting caught on your way back, and then you
Yeah, like
you're
visa
banned for 5
fraud
years
is
anyway.
like a slap on the wrist, right? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just not worth it to even risk it.
Yeah.
Just
It's
wait.
easier to go to the UK. That's what we're trying to do.
Really?
And they
would
love
be
that kind of music.
fucking Sick.
They love
Oh, man.
heavy music.
That
and-
fucking scene over there.
yeah.
And if you could do like Germany or something.
That's what, and you could just walk to the next country. Easy
Yeah.
peasy. Oh
You
man,
guys get on trains and shit. You know what I
it'd
mean?
be dope though. Yeah, like I'd love some like German fans. We found some wasn't it Germany?
Like it was so weird. Like yeah, just one random week, all of our listeners on Spotify spiked, and like I went to look at it, and it was just all Munich. And it's like,
you're like,
fuck
man,
is
just go
Some
on.
guy showed a
Munich.
house party.
Love the
He's
German
like-
dudes
Yeah.
vibing to the music. That's the best feeling.
Yeah. We have that.
We have that like
we're
crazy.
We have like one person that listens in South Africa, and we're like, why?
Shout out to that guy. Yeah. Shout out to that guy.
Where did you come from? Who showed you?
Appreciate
that.
part of me is like, who's listening to our stuff that left their VPN on? You know,
yeah, or that. Yeah.
Like what is like?
Oh,
there's no
fuck,
way
that's
we got
gotta be
all
it.
these listeners from Munich. But also, who would be using a VPN from South Africa?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
So like
when
that's
you have-
probably pretty legit. Of all the
pinnacle of
places
VPN
to
technology.
of all the places to route your VPN, why South Africa?
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, that's super cool. Like, I mean, you guys have some new stuff coming out.
No set release dates yet. Right now, we're
Okay.
just like booking our shows.
Making videos.
Are you guys both from London?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Not born and raised, but
Who are
for
you guys?
long enough.
Windsor.
Windsor. We like Windsor.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Dude.
I like Windsor. What are you saying?
Yeah, fuck Windsor.
Dude, Windsor has the best shawarma, and it's
He's-
like not even. close.
He's like, if I would move one place, Windsor.
Yeah.
Windsor.
That being said, I hold extremely strong opinions the other way about Chatham.
Oh fuck.
Oh,
Chatham.
fuck.
Like
Chatham.
fuck Chatham, man.
Fuck Chatham.
We want to do a stand-up set in Chatham. Like, announce it as a normal show. Go set up our instruments, and then just roast Chatham. Because he's got a million fucking Chatham
It's
shows.
just the fucking worst place I've ever been to.
What? What's the best place you guys have played?
Montreal. I love Montreal, personally.
Really?
Yeah.
Windsor.
Windsor.
No, honestly, I don't know. Like all of our shows in Hamilton go really well, so I'd actually say like
Hamilton, yeah.
Not
Hamilton's the
not
new
including
goat.
London.
Yeah?
Not including
Yeah. New
London,
goat.
but like Hamilton.
Hamilton. Well, Hamilton has a really good music scene, right?
Every time we play there, it's just like everyone that sees us ends up coming to the next show.
We were just like
And then
doubling the shows. It feels amazing.
every time we play, it's just absolute ripper shows. Like
Yeah.
just really fun.
They really they just love heavy music, and I think they're proud of their town and what it's done for heavy music. So like
Yeah.
That's true. Plus, like, you kind of got something to prove.
in,
Like, I think a
in
little bit.
Hamilton,
Like, Hamilton got shit on for like 30 years, so.
and
I mean,
now it's
good music.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good music, man. I love going to Hamilton
30
for
million.
shows.
and all that.
Yeah.
Lots of good bands came out.
Lots
there.
of cool venues. Like, have you guys been to a show at the Doors?
No, I'm not.
No.
Oh, you should go to the Doors.
Or the Kill Room.
Or the Kill Room.
Kill
It's
Room.
like a
I would recommend
skate park
shows in
collective.
Hamilton. Like, it's worth the trek. It's
Yeah?
worth the trek. Yeah. Kill Room's just in like a skate park. It's just like just good vibes when you walk in. Like all the staff just like skaters, and they want to like the staff was the best supporters, like moshing and crowd
Yeah.
diving.
So you guys play like while an open skate's going?
Yeah, exactly. They got the thing going in front of you,
No
and
way.
Here's
quickly
That's
the
so
pit
fucking
overtook
hard.
it.
It's
Yeah.
a good.
Yeah.
That's great.
Whether or not they're skating is a good barometer to how well your set's going. Because if your set's going well and people are into it, the skating stops.
Right.
Right? People are just moshing. There's
You can't. You would
skate.
just get crushed.
But
Yeah.
if you're playing a set and people aren't vibing it, then yeah, like everyone sort of moves to the side and you got somebody like rollerblading up and down the half pipe.
Some guys just doing like circles in the bowl.
Yeah,
Like
it's
this
just fucking.
But then the
horrible.
skaters just start doing like flips into the crowd instead, you know. Like,
Oh,
it's the
shit.
same people doing like they're like, I gotta get my fucking blood flowing here. You know?
Jeez. What was the East Coast like? Like how? So you guys booked and you're playing pubs and stuff,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
we didn't end up
What?
going that far. We had to cancel a couple of the shows at the tail end of it.
One of them straight up didn't exist.
after St. John because like when we were going into when we got into New Brunswick and stopped for gas, they were like, "Oh, like you guys staying here for a few days," and we were like, "No, like why?" "Oh, well, you're gonna have to because of the snowstorm that's coming." And then like that does link back to the previous story we said about almost dying in the van because we didn't buy into it, and like it was raining after we played our show in St. John, and then we just started driving, and all of a sudden, boom!
If the East Coasters are scared, you gotta be scared.
Yeah, we should have been scared.
If they're like taking it seriously, then it's real.
Yeah.
Sorry, you said one of them didn't exist?
Well, then we went to go to PEI, and they were like, we were checking up on it, and it was like, yeah, no, that's not a show. And we were like, oh, okay.
But were
You drove to PEI and
No.
We were just doing our follow-up, so we didn't drive out to
Yeah, and then it was at like Baba's. I would have loved to play that. Not in the middle of fucking... Who goes to the East Coast in the middle of winter? Junko, I guess. Nobody else.
We thought we could beat it. We couldn't beat it.
Yeah.
They were just starved for
And
bands.
like ever since then, we've gotten a little bit smarter and we played less shows in the winter. That's why we haven't played any January
But
shows.
nowadays, it's like, go book a show in Montreal. Oh, I gotta work the next day. Play the show, drive back the next day. Go to
Yeah.
work and fucking...
I feel like it's exhausting to tour. It must be ridiculous.
It's fun, though. It's fun.
Yeah?
Like, you just hang out with your buddies. Especially if I think, again, if you're just arguing all the time, yeah. But, like,
if you like
we're
your
just...
band.
Yeah, we're just constantly, like, you know, roasting Alex, talking about shit he doesn't want to hear, and fucking making up bits for the next person that we come across. Oh, when we see this guy, we gotta fucking gaslight the shit out of him.
It's a lot like easier in some ways now than it was before because we have the connections now that we didn't have when we started, and
Right.
not just with venues and bands, but also like with people that'll let us stay at their places. So
Yeah.
like, the whole trip we did the East Coast, we were sleeping 5 of us in a van, and it was a lot. And it was cold.
Yeah.
It was really fucking cold, man. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a buddy played in a thrash band, and they went west, and they like slept in the van, and he said that was the closest he's ever been to dying.
No,
Like
yeah.
they were sitting there like cold to the point where you're not shivering anymore.
No,
You're
yeah.
just like accepting it.
dude, I remember like we ended up like staying at a gas station parking lot in like northern Quebec. And that was when, like, the time Jack was talking about where I was just, like, sitting up in the front seat. We didn't have any blankets. Like, it was, like, literally we just got as far into Quebec as we could.
Well,
like,
literally...
And then before we had to stop for the snowstorm and exhaustion. And then,
was
like, we woke up. And, like, I had to walk around for, like, half an hour before I could feel my legs. It was fucking brutal. It was so cold.
There was a whole discussion before, too. It was, like, foreshadowing. Just, like... There's not enough room for blankets. Like, stop bringing all these things and like.
It was our drummer that showed up with a literal hockey bag for his clothes, and it's like,
okay, well, yeah, we like had to compromise that. I was like, nah, I'm bringing my fucking blanket. And our bassist didn't have a blanket. Like he had like a throw. It was like a leopard print throw, and he's just like. I think he weighed maybe 80 pounds at the time, so he's just fucking, his teeth are chattering, and, you know, like...
Don't have room for blankets, guys.
Yeah.
I can't come.
We learned our lesson. We learned our lesson from that, and, like, now it's just, like, literally the best thing ever. Is like when we crash at someone's place and they like either order pizza or they like make us food. And
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, it's
This
so
is
nice
so
to,
much better.
so nice to like not eat McDonald's.
Yeah, for sure.
The stuff you eat. I'll lose so much weight though. Like I went on tour. I think that tour you're talking about, 14 days or something like that, and it wasn't 14 days of shows. It's just 14 days of tour, and it was like, yeah, like I think I lost 20 pounds or something. Like it was
Holy shit.
Well,
ridiculous.
and too, like
Probably
the way
your
you
body's
guys
burning.
perform, you guys are fucking performing every
Yeah.
time you perform, right?
It was.
Yeah,
It's my workout for the year.
I think a lot of it, at least with that one too, is like your body had to burn fat to just not like go into like
He's not sleeping, he's not hibernating. Is that what you're
Yeah.
trying to say?
there's a positive, yeah, pretty much. There's a positive to like everything, because like at the very least, like if a show's not successful, you learn a lesson from that show, or like
Right.
you book a run late in the year thinking that you're gonna be fine, and then you end up getting caught in a snowstorm, and it's like, you know what, maybe November is the cutoff time
Yeah.
for booking like long distance runs.
Yeah.
It's like we're in a
Yeah.
like little show hiatus right now where we're like, we don't want to play in the winter, and we've never done that before. We were like, fuck that. Like this is.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
we
it's
wanted
a
to
pain
go
in
out
the
yesterday
ass.
or something. Fuck.
We're
that.
like, if something pops up, we'll do it, but like now's as good of a time as any for us to focus on writing.
Yeah, I'm
And-
sure it works like a cycle, right? Like you have
Pretty
times
much.
where you're writing, and then you have times where you're recording, and then when you're playing shows. And
It
stuff,
makes
right?
more sense
Yeah.
too, right, in the winter too. That way you can go out and play shows in the summer, because we were out all summer last year just playing shows like every weekend, all over the place.
And you're an
Right.
emo band, you gotta like be depressed, so you gotta wait for the most depressing type of the year. And,
Yeah,
like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
You gotta compound the seasonal depression on top
Yeah.
of the
Get
depression.
that real vibes in the down.
What? I did want to ask what, like, I've always found this interesting with hard music. Like, you're singing, how the fuck are you saving your voice?
I mean, years of not, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, years of doing it wrong, to be honest. And I feel like, honestly, unless you're really lucky, anybody that tells you otherwise doing it is not being honest. Like, it was just hard, yeah, like, those tours, like, I'd come back and I'd be like, yeah, I can't talk for half a week. And
The amount
I
of
gotta
times
wait.
that like he would call me after we did a run and then be like, "Yeah, I think we can't do this anymore. I think I permanently damaged my voice."
Oh, fuck.
and I never really did.
Yeah, I had to
so-
talk him down and be like, "No, man, you're fine. You're fine. Just chill. Don't scream for a little bit." And like, I mean, like honestly, man, if you listen, like Jack's performances always sounded great, but if you listen to our demos that you can still find on Bandcamp,
Yeah.
where we are now, you can hear there's a different approach in how he's like doing his vocals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys
And,
sound
like,
better.
I feel like I went to like a vocal teacher and then they taught me, I guess, how to learn and like the language and what I could, I don't know, otherwise you're just kind of like, there's this fucking flesh tube in your throat that just makes
Yeah.
Cookie Monster noises occasionally.
Yeah.
I mean, they call it screaming, but it can't just be screaming. Like, there's got to be a technique.
There's
to it,
two
right?
sets of vocal cords. There's
Okay.
a false chord underneath, and then there's like a normal set that we're like talking with right now.
Yeah.
But like when you do like the Marge Simpson or even like, hey, what's up? How are you? Like the Kim Kardashian or whatever. You know what I mean?
The
Like,
vocal fry,
vocal
yeah.
fry, same thing. You're activating those false chords. So I just got better and better at like stacking those and like being like, yeah, if I hit it at 110%, yeah, maybe it sounds like crazy, but if I like reel it back and use 70% of the air and then like shape my throat like this better or like shape my mouth better, then it'll come out smoother and I don't have to wreck my voice. I'm
Right.
not gonna lie, when I was like I'm at a concert or I'm like having a fight with my mom and I'm like, oh, my voice did something crazy. That's how I'm finding it. Or, so
I think we've all had to like, I think we've all been more mindful as we've continued writing of like what's sustainable for everything. Like I've
Right.
got like a bit of a fucked up wrist, so the chords I'm using for our songs have changed. And like when we're writing instrumental parts, and like vocal parts as well, like you're always thinking like, how can we play this the way that we play the rest of our stuff at our live shows? You know, like
Right.
how does this fit in live?
yeah, your wrist gets now, man.
Yeah, we figured out now like the best approach for it, but like.
Because, yeah, there is, like, you have your recordings,
Mm-hmm.
and you go ball swallow recording, but
Yeah.
if you're expected to go and perform, like, have that same performance when you do a live show, it's not sustainable.
Yeah. Well, you always gotta balance the energy of the show with
That's
like,
that's why we want to like when we're writing we keep in mind like how, or even when we're recording especially, like we don't want to do too many overdubs, that
Right.
like because we don't have a second guitarist or a second screamer really. It's literally just like, can we replicate this when we play it live? Because we don't
Right.
want to have anything that doesn't translate, because that always pisses me off if I see a band play and they sound
sounds
nothing
totally
like what their
different.
recordings are.
But there's somewhere I'm like, hey man, I got a fucking cold today, so we're jumping, bro. We're going 110% show, so I can make up for the lack of vocals. But if the feeling's there, you know, people aren't gonna be like, man, that screams not like the record, bro.
Yeah.
You fucking do it.
I got one ear on Spotify right now.
Yeah.
This is not the
This doesn't
same.
Yeah, I think it's interesting though. You guys have like this cool energy when you do the show, and you do match the energy, which I don't know. It's very interesting to me. Like it's a fucking wicked show. I love seeing
You're
it.
just fangirling right now.
Yeah, I've seen you guys a bunch of times. Like I fucking love the show. So
Hell
Thanks,
yeah.
man. We appreciate
Yeah.
it. Just like when we start seeing people multiple times, it's like, we're doing something right. Let's keep doing this.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah,
I
that's
mean,
awesome.
like I said, I won't recognize you. That's what I said before this recording started. I would love to, but I fucking.
We'll just be like, yeah, we're the podcast guys next time.
yeah, okay, great.
So do you guys go to a
Every
lot
time.
a lot of shows?
We try
As
to.
much as I can, yeah. Like I work in restaurants, so I work a lot of nights. So
Hardcore vibes or like
yeah,
nice,
more
nice,
so.
Nice.
What's a standout show for you guys?
Standout show.
Yeah, like what? Like what show do you look back on as like this is like that was an incredible show?
I saw Slayer at Budweiser Gardens, like on their like final tour.
Oh, nice.
And I think that was just fucking incredible because it's Slayer, and I like fought my way up to the front for Raining Blood and
That's
stuff.
sick, man.
That was like
I would love that.
that was up there for sure.
I thought they had like 4 final tours, so like
Well,
I'm
I
maybe
think
coming
it's
back.
like the Elton John shit where you do your final tour for 10 years.
There's no way that they're coming back though. He was by the end of it, he was using like a belt buckle to hold his bass because
Yeah.
so fucking.
It's like a custom built one.
Well, they were going off the stage and like taking oxygen out of tanks because they were like, they couldn't like.
That sounds good, actually.
I never thought about doing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I wish-
look into
How
that
do we
guy.
get oxygen? Yeah, that sounds great.
Imagine how hard we could go if we didn't have to worry about breathing.
Oh man,
Right?
sometimes I'll just be going. I'll hold a screen for so fucking long, and I can feel my legs and arms get staticky, and I'm like, "Don't show it," like, don't let anybody.
Don't black out.
Yeah.
That'd be so fucking hardcore if you
Oh,
passed out.
dude,
mid-song.
I didn't like fully understand what he was talking about when he was like describing that before, and then we have literally one song in our set where I do like one line a couple times as like backup screams, and then like I just did it the one day when it was like we're playing at the door, so it was like 50 degrees inside and like
Yeah.
super sweaty and
It's
packed. And then
disgusting.
I was like screaming my line, and I was like, I'm either gonna throw up or pass out right now. I understand what Jack's talking about. He does it for like fucking up to 45 minutes straight. Like
Ugh, it's
Built
gross.
different.
I wish I was doing that dream pop shit, That'd be so nice. Sometimes I just picture myself, I'm playing a tambourine in the band, or I'm playing maracas or something. I'm like, bro, this is great. I need that gig.
Do you guys do you guys have other like side projects?
We've tried.
every time we talk about doing a side project, it ends up involving all of the same members. Just writing different
We're
songs.
just doing secret band stuff. And
Yeah.
That's good to know, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's how well we get along, is that we end up wanting to play with each other for pretty much anything, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But like going back to Windsor for a sec.
yeah.
I like Windsor. I don't care what the rest of you.
I like the Windsor crowds. I like the Windsor promoters. I like those.
But we
Just not the town.
we hadn't played there in like since pre-pandemic before
Right.
last year, and then we went back last year, and there was a bunch of people at the show. It was at Fog Lounge. It actually like sold out, which we thought was like crazy because it like we hadn't been there in like 3 years. And then we were talking to people outside, and all of them were like, yeah, so we saw when you guys played with Single Mothers here before the pandemic, and you guys, like, and then they'd look at Jack, it's like, you threw up on stage, that was metal as fuck. And that's what brought them back.
The throwing up on
Jeez.
stage? That's
Oh,
sick.
man.
That's
was
what's
bad.
memorable.
I had a fucking infection, and like.
Oh, like not a drunk puke.
No,
It's never a drunk puke.
It's never a drunk puke. That's the thing. Yeah, I might be drinking a beer right now, but it's more just like vibes. I don't even have one before the show. I'll have one after if
Yeah.
I haven't puked. Otherwise, I'm like, man, I don't feel fucking great. But yeah, no, as embarrassing as it is, it's more of like a medical thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's
not
like
embarrassing.
just like I puke a bunch. I don't know. Gross.
That's super
I wish there was a
metal.
cool way to say
You
so
should
that.
puke more, you get a bunch
Yeah.
more people.
He was talking on the way over here about, like, bringing a special puke bucket to, like, have on stage. Just
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck
like we
yeah.
gotta do it the next
maybe,
show.
like, take a Sharpie and, like, have a couple
Kinda.
backwards letters on it, like, puke, like, with the P backwards or whatever, like, just
Yeah.
hand scroll.
Honestly,
and then
it'd
like
be hard
the
as fuck.
counter. How many shows since? Because like
Oh, yeah.
I've been doing better. It's like every other show now.
That's pretty
It's like-
good. So I'd say
yeah.
0 or 1.
Like those things they have at your workplace where it's like, we've gone X amount of days without a workplace injury.
Jack hasn't puked in X show.
Oh my god.
That's what you gotta do though, and like
Gotta
if
run
you
into
do it
your brain.
enough, people go crazy when you bring the bucket out. It's
Yeah.
like, oh!
Yeah, that'll be a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do every band we play. That's like, man, are you gonna puke like right after we play?
Oh no.
We have you been to the Palace side before for shows?
Yeah, when they used to do it over the bowling lanes.
Yeah. So there's a man outside called Elvis Freshlikov. Have you encountered this man? He looks like a wizard.
Maybe.
What?
He's straight up monologuing over this puke in the Palace side. He's just doing crazy people talk over this. And we were talking about it. He's like rich or something.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to go into it too much.
I'm
so-
scared. Oh, yeah, man, you're right now. Now I'm thinking
Um,
about it. He's But the man is
Just sue us into the ground.
yeah. That's any
You
press
guys
is
aren't
good
super
press.
attached to your podcast.
No, I can
mean,
cut
it-
shit out. It's
yeah,
fine.
it's early enough. You know, like you guys can just restart. And, like,
Yeah, it's different name. and
There's no
change
reasonable doubt that shit's
we've
ending.
only been like 4 years into our band, so like we could easily just restart and
Yeah.
not have any
That's
success.
that's the threat when like the other people start talking. You're like, I'm gonna start another band with this man. I'm gonna start another band. We're gonna write another song.
How many different times can we rebrand a slightly different product?
But I mean, if you're good enough, people like know, right? And then they
Well, there's
feel
bands
cool
that
for
actually
knowing.
do that, like Parquet Courts or something.
Parquet
Okay.
Quartz, yeah.
Yeah, they change their name every album, and like,
What?
people just keep.
Parquet Quartz or Parquet Quartz, like with a Q,
Oh, okay.
and like they're just constantly changing them. Yeah.
God, that sounds like a nightmare.
To
Like-
try to tell somebody, I like this band. What's it called? I don't fucking know.
fucking know, man. It's different shit all the time. Well, that's awesome.
That's
Um,
sick. We're coming up on time here. Is there anything you guys want to plug before we?
Where do people find you? Instagram? What's your Instagram handle and stuff?
We're Junko Daydream on Instagram. We're on every streaming service, including Apple Music.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
You know,
I don't even
Spotify.
use Apple Music. I just listen. I listen to you on Spotify. I just bought it.
Oh, I'm
Just for
joking.
the sake of
we
buying
are not seeing this money, so I don't know. But I mean, like,
Yeah, we've never seen any of them.
yeah, I've never
Do
seen
you
no Apple
actually?
Music
Do
pay.
you guys still have the shirt with the fucking
Balloon
with
Boy?
the balloon boy?
We did it. We did it again this year when we played the.
I'll set you up with one. We got a pink
We'll
one.
trade.
Yeah.
We have shirts
That's
to
awesome.
trade.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do
Hell
it.
yeah.
Yeah, when we did the Holy Diver show, we wanted more merch, and then like it was just a pain to get any new designs. So we were just like, well, we still got this one. This one was sick.
He's
It's
pushing
sick.
it every
every
time.
time,
we
and
do
then
it.
Jack's like, fine, do it. And then we did it, and it sold out like immediately.
We also did jerseys, and we'll probably be back at that again. But yeah, I would say like keep an eye
You
out.
did what, like a basketball jersey?
A baseball.
Oh, that's
Basketball's
so cool.
next. I'm getting a custom basketball jersey. I'm gonna hype it up during all the shows, and then people are gonna be like, "Where do I get this?" And then one day we're gonna drop it, $160.
Yeah. That's dope. That's dope.
Limited
That's cool.
run.
Merch is the way to do it, man.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
put in some live videos soon with Incorrect Thoughts in London as well, and so keep an eye out for that. Yeah, we're always dropping new stuff, and this year will be the most music we've dropped in a long while. So
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Well, thanks for coming on, guys. Appreciate
absolutely,
it.
man. Thanks for having us.
So
Sick.
much. Yeah.
Well, that was fun, everybody, wasn't it? That was a great time.
Wow.
Wow. Thank you so much for listening.
Sticking with us.
Sticking with us. We got big things coming.
We will do some more interviews in the future.
Do more interviews in the future. We got all of season 2 ahead of us for the year of 2023.
We will continue to be posting 8 a.m. or 7 a.m.
7 a.m.,
whatever,
something like that.
on Wednesday mornings.
It's between 6 and 7 a.m. it goes up.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I have to stay up all night manually encoding it.
Yeah, and then
people don't realize that there's steam flying, there's gears whirring in here.
we're throwing wrenches at the wall. and-
Throwing wrenches at the wall because Christian can't hold the flashlight right.
And Josh is just vigorously masturbating until all hours of the morning.
It's essential. It's part of my process.
Yeah, that's what makes the good funny videos on our Instagram.
Yeah, I've got to be editing with one hand and fucking taking care of myself with the other.
Yeah.
Okay, it's important. We've been your hosts, CGriff.
And Chicka Jmoney.
We didn't do that in the intro.
Yeah, I know. It's
Damn.
all right.
All right. Well, I'll find a way to shoehorn that back in.
Thanks
Stay
so much,
reasonable.
folks.
Keep doubting. Love you. Thank you for sticking with us for so long. This is fantastic. I could cry with excitement.
Don't cry.
I'm so happy of everything we've built.